Yeah. Halo for me, Sailor Rock. Hey. Got me with school. Keep one, move. You my little baby boo. Girl, I love you like my favorite color blue. Girl, real spill, yeah. I'd rather be a broke, real, little rich. Fall in love with her. She just wanna be a VIP with her. Don't blame me, oh, niggas shame me. Had to get it how I got it on my own 2 feet. Don't blame me, I'm what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Raiders coming in at 7-1, going up against the Texans, who come in at 1-7.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. To throw. And he's got Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's a little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Carr now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Bernard. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him to 1st before he's brought down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Bernard. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He drops it off for Bernard. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, a carry for Bernard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. To throw his Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Randall Cobb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st down. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw, it's Carr. The swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A good pickup there, a 22. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter if we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. Kamara trying again, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Here we go with Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. Oh, nice move. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up, They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Trey McBride now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Let's go!
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And an alley to run. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. He'll start on the ground here with Bernard. Slips past him.
Way to go.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
They'll run again with Bernard. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On play action, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it here with Bernard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dumps it complete to Miller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6 foot.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go!
Now back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. To throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick 6 there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
Ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now Carr. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Randall Cobb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the silver and black continue to roll. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. What? 90.
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the play clock's running down. A give. This is Kamara. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, Kamara. A little juke. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass, incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go. 38.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. first down carry now for Miller. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He'll look to throw. Underneath for Miller. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. To throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They run it again with Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, here's Bernard. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, it's Stone, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal here from the 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Oakland, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.